Well, good morning, Johnny.
In
this here video, we're going to talk about the 1850. And there is an old adage, as old as time itself. You know what that adage is?
I don't know.
All foils were not created equal. I don't know if that's old or not. Kind of made it up, but I think it works. In this video, we're going to go over the 1850. Tell you all the characteristics of it. Compare it to other sizes within the Armstrong portfolio. And I got to tell you, this 1850, game changer.
Tim, I'd like to add a little something to your adage.
Please do, John.
There's another adage.
Yes?
Size matters. And along with that, bigger is better.
Bigger is better? Well, perhaps. Maybe. Now, all of these wings are different. In my hand, I have the 1200. You can compare that look to the 1850. In my other hand, I have the 1550. See that? Now let's go ahead and look at the overall profile in terms of the shape, in terms of how they're laid out. What you're going to notice when you look at that 1850, it's pretty flat. It's a little bit longer. It's what we would call a high aspect wing.
Absolutely.
Now this isn't like any other high aspect wing. Don't you think it has a touch of surf in it?
Yeah, this wing, it does have a little bit of a slight bit of a surf shape to it, and so that helps laterally. But the nice thing about the high aspect wings is they keep their glide.
Yeah.
And they make it very easy to pump. So these wings, even though they're big, they're very fast.
Yeah.
And they're actually pretty stable. So they'll carry that speed and put you where you want to go.
Yeah. I think the amazing thing about the 1850 is when we're riding it, the first time I got on it, it was a little bit unsettling. You know, it felt like it might catch a little bit. And so when you compare it to a surf wing, you know, it just takes a little bit to get used to how the length of those wings, how it's going to capture in the water to take you. And once you do, what I found helped me was moving my back foot a little bit forward towards the leading edge and then begin to go ahead and wakefoil it aggressively. In addition to that, high on the mast really helps its responsiveness.
Yeah, staying up high, you get that long glide, you carry your speed. I typically find with more speed, you have a little more stability.
Yeah.
So as you slow down, things start to get a little wonky, a little tippy. But yeah, this wing's great. It puts you right in the zone.
Yeah, and so I think in the portfolio, when you compare it against the 1200, the 1200 is a fantastic, quick carving, you know, on the wave. We like to put this with the short fuse, makes it a lot of fun. The 1550, a little bit more of a bread and butter, you know, type of a ride, fun with the short fuse, fun with the long fuse. This guy, we've been rolling with the longer fuse, the same back wing. This thing pumps, it's fast. It's really, really fast.
This foil is what I would call a magic foil.
Magic foil.
It works miracles. This foil allows you to carry so much speed that you can pump it darn near across the lake. You can catch waves that don't even look like waves.
Just a little bump.
And ultimately, speaking of miracles, you can do something that I like to call the Jesus wave.
The Jesus wave?
You're basically walking on water.
Walking
no boat power,
on water.
and off to the race.
And off you go. And we have some footage that people are going to see in a second where it seemed like you were almost late for dinner in Seattle. And so you hopped on a Jesus wave.
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes I get hungry when I'm out there foiling, and when that starts to happen, it's time to go. It's time to go get some food. So,
all right. So we're going to get in the water. We're going to show you what this 1850 looks like in action. Then we'll come back and we'll wrap it up for you.
All right. Sounds good.
We thought it'd be interesting to actually show the riding of the Armstrong 1850 on a variety of different waves. Here you see John, just a large cruiser had gone by quite a while ago and had left some resonant waves in the water. Here you see John just pumping and gliding and getting a long run. Later in the video you'll see this reference to the Jesus wave. Well, this is it. Look how far that cruiser is away. These waves are just here in a combination of pumping and gliding together with the attributes of the 1850 means that you can go ahead and ride these waves a long ways. To give you a sense, we actually launched John into this wave with no ballast behind our boat, and this ride went for over a minute long. It's cut down here for the purposes of the video, but you can tell this just opens up so many possibilities for you on your waterways. Whether you have tankers that go by in the ocean, whether you have wake surf boats that are out there putting out a wake, this 1850 allows you to grab onto anything that bumps the water. Now here we sling John into the waves of a cruiser that's going down, and they're going pretty fast. So we actually took this foil up to about 16, 17 miles an hour to be able to grab onto this wave. And you can see it's performing quite well at speed.
Dewey, we got Discornia out there. We got a yacht coming. It's time. It's time to pirate away.
This 1850 just inspires you to go steal waves. It's just so much fun. There's a little bit of an art form to it so that you don't put your own boat wash into it. But once you get a hang of it, it's really fun. This ride that I'm on right now was a 9-minute ride, obviously cut down just so you can see some of the attributes. Now notice in terms of the carvability on the 1850, you know, this is, I'm riding, I don't know, 4th, 5th wave back here, and so obviously I don't have the steepness of a wave that's further forward. So these are gentle carves, but I don't have any challenges whatsoever maintaining the power of the wave. And in fact, what you'll see in some of these clips is I'm not just on the front part of the wave, I'm actually dipping off the back onto a secondary bump in the wave to accelerate myself back down. There it is right there, that's the secondary bump, down into the primary wave. And it carves, feels fluid, and reacts just as you'd like a foil to do so, you know, regardless of how close you are to the boat, regardless of that wave shape. This 1850 just demonstrates its versatility at every turn. Look at those heel side turns in terms of cutting back down the wave face, and either way, and the all carbon setup just feels solid all the way throughout it, making for a super fun ride.
Stoke level.
Woo! It's like Trill, baby!
1850 works pretty good on other people's waves.
The 1850, whether it's your wave, whether it's somebody else's wave, we do not discriminate. We will take waves of all shapes and sizes, from all different boats, from all different genres. The 1850 gets it done! Woo!
How's she feel, Timmy?
Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty true.
All right.
Let's go do this.
Hey, what have we done?
We done got ourselves one of these slingshot sling wings. We're trying to get going, but we don't quite have enough wind. So now we're sitting on our wakefoil board, and we've got a rope, and we're gonna try to get up on it, sling myself out there, and try to sustain it on the wing. Don't know if it's gonna work.
Let's give her a try.
With the sling wing in hand and the 1850 underfoot, this feels like a fantastic combination. Here we're a little bit light in terms of wind, so I'm able to just sustain it, just barely. Can't wait to get out on a bigger wind day. But I think that 1850 is going to be fantastic.
It's been so long. We had love and unity, long live and prosperity. But the difficulties they put on us, manpower ruling us.
All right, Half-Lifers, we saved you. Johnny was about to take out open his coat, show full medallion. Not necessary. So what you saw in that video is you saw us back there riding and gliding, pumping and cruising. This wave, unbelievable in terms of whether it's a Jesus wave, whether it's behind the boat, small waves, little humps. This one gets you going. Get a little bit of pump and it goes a long way. You put that together with the long fuse, the world is your oyster. Pirating waves, jumping on other people's waves, it all happens.
Yeah, the conclusion is this foil basically does it all. It unlocks all the mysteries that exist on the lake. And when that happens, life's good. Life
is good. And so, you know, I look at this as probably not the first foil you're gonna buy. Now, if you want to, go ahead. But I think it's a good secondary foil for your quiver. That's what I would say.
It's a little advanced, you know, once you get up to speed and you really want to start exploring and doing different things, then this foil's great.
Yeah. It's a little bonus footage. We actually had a light wind day out here with the wing, but we thought it'd be fun to go ahead and do a boat start into that. I was on the 1850 holding a sling wing, and I gotta tell you, it felt fantastic. The fact that there wasn't enough wind really for me to be out winging, but we used a boat assist so I could get out there and hold the wing and see how this felt underfoot as I was winging, and it felt fantastic. Very versatile, good for small waves, good for boats that don't put out much wave. I think it's going to prove to be quite good in terms of winging. We'll see as we do more and more winging. We're going to see just how much we like it.
Yep.
Hope you like this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out the other videos. Come back for more foiling. Any other messages, John, that you want to share with the people of America and the rest of the world too?
Have a nice day. And stay stoked.
Stay stoked! Woo! Should we take our shirts off? What do you have under there?
I don't have a shirt on.
No. Keep it.
With a medallion?
Waves coming. No. Hold the camera.
See right here, these are Jesus waves.
Those are Jesus waves. Those are Jesus waves.
You can ride those, huh?
Sean, you're a crock.
Awesome.